Greetings. Welcome to MegoxCast. I am your host, John, joined by.
Art.
All right, for this episode, today we will talk about Cartoon Network and the shows on it. So, Art, talk a little bit about yourself.
Hello. I'm basically a mad scientist, and I'm look like a red blob from a failed experiment, and I have a beautiful girlfriend. She's a princess, and she is actually my fiance because she recently proposed to me.
Yes. That's what happened. Art. Sounds pretty good. All right.
Thanks.
Amazing. How do our characters know each other, by the way?
Basically, like, you were flying around, like, you're a superhero. You thought I looked like a scary villain, but then you got to know me, and you thought, like, I was actually really nice, and we became friends.
I don't know. You still seem kind of like a scary villain, to be honest. I mean, have you
No
heard her
way,
voice?
like, we've been
Art, come on.
friends for, like, 4 years now, and,
Okay, I'm kidding. No, a good point. Good point. All right. Okay, Art. All right. So we're gonna start off with a classic. All of you must have heard it. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. What's
Yep.
happening, yo? Were you doing it too? Were you about to do
No!
it too? What's happening, yo? Oh, I should have started the podcast with yo, but I'll do it for another episode. I forgot to
That
do
sounds
that,
good.
yo. Do you even get the reference that I'm doing from
Yes,
that
of
show?
course I do.
What's happening, yo? Okay, I gotta stop. All right. So, what was your thoughts, Art, on the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy?
My dad's name is actually Bill, and I always like the character Billy would always remind me of him. Um,
No, I love the character. It's fun.
so that was mostly what I'd always think as a kid. I also always thought Mandy was super cool because she was like the goth girl, you know?
Yeah, yeah. She was really funny.
Yeah. And I always thought it was cool how she was like always like wearing pink and stuff, but she was still like edgy.
Yeah, it was a little funny. It was like a little ironic, to be honest. And what did you think about I guess the Grim guy, the Grim Reaper? What did you think of him?
Grim? I don't know, like he was always a funny character, but he was also always just like when I would watch it as a kid, like he would always just kind of fall into the background more than the kids because like as a kid, like like the kids would be relatable, but then like everyone else would just be like, "Oh, like they're just old people." Even if they were like skeletons or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically I can't say that word. I was gonna say the bad word, but it's basically they're like assistant, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thanks for stopping me, Jack Art, but for doing that, bro. I can't be asked. I could have said um the S word. It wouldn't have been good. We would have been canceled right then and there.
What
All
are
right.
you
I just gotta
talking
say.
about?
Art, look, because he's basically supposed to do what the Billy and Mandy tell him to do, right? So I can't say that word is all I'm saying.
I
And he has a Jamaican
genuinely have no
accent.
idea what you're trying to say, but
Oh,
okay.
okay. Okay, well, let's that's a good thing. All right, all right, So,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, But yeah, I like that show, CH Greenblatt. To be honest, I don't have too much to say about it. But I will say my favorite character is what's that kid's name though? The guy that does like, "What's happening, yo?" His name.
I genuinely thought that was Billy, wasn't it?
No, that's Billy had just the dumb voice.
Yeah, he
What's
had the
his
dumb
name?
voice. I thought he said that too. Wait.
Oh, Irvin.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Irwin. Oh my god,
You're right.
Irvin.
I'm
Irwin.
stupid.
I'm
I
always right,
remember that
Art. All
now.
right.
I remember that now.
Oh, I remember that now. Okay. All right. No, I'm just saying, great show. Great show. I thought he was funny. But C.H. Graham-Blatt did another show after that. That was amazing. Chowder. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
gosh. Imagine.
I loved
Imagine.
the art style for Chowder, but at the same time it creeped me out.
You take the moon and you take the moon and you take the moon. Oh, that was an amazing show.
Yeah.
Everyone had food names. What would your food name be, Art?
Um I don't know. What would yours be?
It would be Cheez It.
Really?
Yep, Cheez It. They're delicious. Or maybe steak, I don't know. What's up, steak?
Do you eat a lot of steak?
Yeah, pretty good amount, whenever I can.
Um
Art. So all I'm saying is, who's your favorite character?
I don't know who my favorite character is, but what I really liked about Chowder was how a lot of it was all done with patterns. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
yeah, I know what
The
you mean.
art
Like
and the
even
art style?
yeah, like Chowder's I mean, well, not just patterns art. It was like a layout, onto the actual thing. So I mean, obviously you understand that cuz I'm pretty sure you do art cuz
Yeah.
but it's kind of like a thing that you put in there, right? It's
Yeah.
like as they move across the screen, it's basically just one still image on it, but then they have something moving around. It's kind of cool.
I
The
really,
one thing
really
is
liked that.
stationary.
And then wasn't that also the case for Flapjack?
Oh yeah, Flapjack. Yeah,
That
that.
show was pretty good too. But then what was the bunny girl's name? I liked her.
Oh, you liked what was her name? I was gonna say Anais, but that's the totally different show. I'm kidding. Panini.
Oh, that was it. And then and the blue guy, what was his name? Was it
Mung
Mung
Doll.
Doll? Mung Doll. Yeah, I
Ladies,
liked him.
squats.
He was funny.
I liked how he had a big mustache.
Yeah, I really liked
Yes,
his character design. I don't know. He was just
big
funny.
nose. Yeah, definitely.
He was
And
also
then
kind of creepy.
creepy. How?
I don't know. He just always creeped me out a little.
What creeped you out? He was the nicest man alive.
Was he?
Okay, maybe he yelled at Chowder a few times, but he meant well.
Yeah, he gave those vibes, but I don't know.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I really like Chowder because he had a really kid-like voice. I mean, he was voiced by a kid.
Yeah,
And then
he was.
did you remember that one episode where they lost the budget and they were like, "No animation.
Yeah, that
What we
episode
gonna
was
do?"
good.
Oh my
And
god.
then what about
Like
Schnitzel?
Schnitzel, yeah. Rattle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. That was I like Schnitzel. Schnitzel. YouTube, please. That was I said Schnitzel. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah. What I
yeah,
really like about that show is just the character designs and the coloring of it. That
You didn't like the humor?
the humor was very off-putting as a kid, but
What?
it was it was scary. That show gave me nightmares a little bit.
Scary.
That show and Family Guy kept me up at night.
Why did you watch Family Guy when you were a kid,
I
bruh?
didn't, but my dad did, and it gave me
Art,
nightmares.
I can't be asked.
Completely.
Oh, dude. I don't know. I mean, I thought I thought, I thought it was cool, all the puppets. That was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, the pink puppet that just always waved his arms. I like the fourth wall breaks, just all that. It's really
I
cool.
love shows. Okay, if it's done well, I love shows that break the fourth wall, but if it's done badly, I hate it. But it's done well
I
in that.
hate That's amazing though, that it's done well. I really like that show, to be honest. I could say, I'm gonna say more, a little more about it actually. I just really liked the relationships too. I noticed this show is real important on relationships and how they bounce off other characters. Like, um, I guess Endive was the one that was, teaching, Panini. It was kind of cool. It's like like a reverse on Chowder and Mung Dal.
Yeah, I see that.
So that was kind of cool. I liked what was his name? Ceviche, the one that actually liked Panini. I liked Gorgonzola, the one that was like annoyed by Chowder the most, you know? I like the family dynamic between, Chowder, Schnitzel, Truffles. What did you think of Truffles?
Um,
I don't remember.
I don't really remember the character that well, to be fair.
Bruh. It was the wife.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I am remembering now. She kind of scared me, to be honest. She was kind of crazy, right? I don't know if she was crazy, but like,
Did you finish the order?
yeah, she was kind of like, it was, I don't know if it was more her design or if it was her actual character that, like,
I think it was the character. I thought the design was kind of cute.
the design was
Not
kind of
like
scary too because she had those, like, eyes, like, bugging out of her head and, like,
they were glasses.
I know they were glasses, but it, like, made her look so, like, scary.
Oh my gosh. All right. All right, Art. Okay. We're going to move on cuz I know you're going to have a lot to talk about with this show. I don't have as much to talk about, so I'm just going to talk about like character for
Wait,
character, but
one thing about,
and what's
Chowder
up?
still, it took place, like, in the past, right? Like, it always gave those vibes.
Yeah, I felt like it was more timeless, kind of like SpongeBob
I
was.
honestly
I will
always
say it
thought it was,
has.
like, way in the past, like, kinda around the same time as
Hmm.
Flapjack, to be honest. You know?
Yeah, but Flapjack never had like technology. Didn't they have technology like
I
cars?
didn't think
They
they
had
had cars in
cars.
Chowder,
They had
but I could
cars
be
that were
wrong.
literal that were they had cars that were literal snails.
That's true, but it's snails. Like, it's not really technology.
I don't know. I mean, I just got the technology vibe. Like they always had calls. Remember, they had phone calls, but they were on like these long,
That's
like
true. I guess it's
it's
just
kind of like on the
timeless.
playground where you had to talk from one end to the other, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Telephones. I mean, it gave me because SpongeBob, if you haven't noticed, I don't know why. I don't want to go too much into it because we're supposed to stick on Cartoon Network, but I always noticed that SpongeBob was always, more or less like in the 60s, almost to the 80s,
I think that
with
too.
their look. Because let's think about it. Have you seen their monitors? They're literally from the 60s or 70s. That's like how their computers look, stuff like that. Actually, I think there is an episode. I forgot which episode, but it's basically just a joke where they turned Karen into a computer, and SpongeBob had like a full on like realistic mouse and everything, because usually back then they didn't have mice on the computers, but this one literally had a mouse, and it was like, oh, that's Plankton's wife.
I don't know.
Right, like that, just that kind of.
I
What's
don't
up?
know why. In my mind, Flapjack and Chowder were always, like, in the same universe. You know what I mean?
In the same universe? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I just I feel like Flapjack happened later, and then uh Chowder happened like like I mean earlier, and then Chowder happened
Wait,
later.
while
I
we're
feel
on
like
the
Chowder is
topic
around.
of shows in the
Oh
same
my
universe
gosh,
and also Cartoon Network, did you know, at least I'm not sure if this is true, but somebody told me that Powerpuff Girls
what is
and
it?
the Gorillas are in the same universe?
The Gorillas. I don't know. I think I've heard of that. I've heard that Powerpuff Girls are in other universes as well. To be honest, I just don't know which one specifically. To be honest, Samurai Jack always looked a lot like the um the professor.
Hmm.
To be honest, to me, I don't know. I just always got those vibes, and even though I think that's a different art director, um, but I'm gonna move this on to a very interesting topic:
Okay.
Adventure Time. Oh my. I know you have a lot to say about this. To be honest, I don't have too much to say because I think I watched all the episodes up to like because like I when I was a kid I just watched them whenever they came out, like came on the TV. I remember watching like like just like random up because that's how I watched like Foster Son for Imaginary Friends. That's how I watched certain shows, and I remember that I watched like all the way up to like the Flame Princess stuff,
Yeah.
and that's how far I went. Like I didn't even watch in order. I just watched like different episodes and I got like the vibe of how the show progressed
Hmm.
from that point on and all that. I don't know if the whatever that big snitch guy was, whatever that guy was, where it looks like a skull. I don't remember too much about that
Okay, I
plot
already know
line,
you're
but I
talking
think that
about Adventure
happened.
Time.
Yeah, that's what I just
Ooh,
said.
yeah, and I
Yeah,
okay. Well, I'll first tell you when I was a kid, I was not allowed to watch Adventure Time, but
oh, I wonder why.
then when I became like a teenager, I like got into it. Um, but then um okay, well, first of all, who's your favorite character in it?
Okay, well, it had to be either Finn or Jake. I find Finn kind of annoying, so I would have to say Jake. But I also I like the design of Jake's girlfriend. Oh, actually, but to be honest though, favorite character I would have to say either Ice King or the I was gonna say Flame Princess for some reason, but I mean oh no the purple one, the fluff Space
Oh
Princess,
yeah, Lumpy Space Princess.
Lumpy Space
I
Princess. Oh my
love
god,
her. I honestly don't know
art
who my favorite is because there's like so many characters. I kind of just like the world
all of them.
more, I think, or like
You like the
just
world,
like how the shows are
the
structured.
aesthetic.
But like,
Yeah, it was pretty dark to have it after a very violent war, or was it a nuclear war?
yeah, it's like
Did they
it's kind
imply
of
it
like
was nuclear?
post-apocalyptic, I guess, because there's like the nuclear like okay, like there's
Mm,
basically the apocalypse, and then like Finn is like the only human
human.
left.
Even though we meet his parents, right?
We meet his mom, I guess, but then
I think we meet his dad, right? I've seen some clips about that,
I
right?
don't even fucking remember his dad. But
Whoa, whoa,
oh,
whoa!
is there no
Art.
cussing
Can't be
allowed?
saying that. No, you can do that. I like stressing you out.
Um, but then
Oh my God.
okay. Also, honestly, one of the reasons I watched it was just like for like the gay, like I was trying to watch it for like Princess Bubblegum and Marceline, but like they gave us crumbs. There was like nothing.
Oh, oh, you wanted more?
Yes, but they gave us crumbs.
Wait,
They were
who would you say was cute with Finn in your opinion? If it wasn't princess,
With Finn, I
Bubblegum
I
or
liked the
Marceline.
Fire Princess with Finn. Like
I
they
liked
were
her
a little
too.
they were a little
What was the
toxic,
problem with them
but they were still
together?
cute.
What was toxic about them?
I don't know. Oh,
Like, I knew that, like, one was literal fire, and she had, like, daddy issues or something?
e something? I don't fucking know. It's been a little while, but to be fair, they were still cute. Like I don't know, like they tried to make it work. So
Yeah.
good for them.
Didn't Jake oh, wait, no, didn't Finn have a sister that was, like, a giant?
Did y-
Finn
I
had, like, a sister that was a
Oh,
giant
are
or
you
something.
talking about like I know who you're talking about, like what's her head, like and she thinks she's like a mutant or whatever.
Yeah,
Was
she's
that his
interesting.
sister or his mom? I don't even remember.
It was definitely his sister, if it was either, because I know that his mom was like some skinny woman, that was on an AI and she had multiple
Oh,
clones of
that's
herself
right,
or
that's
something.
right. Okay, but yeah.
Bruh. I can't believe that he lost his arm,
Okay,
Finn.
yeah, that was
Everything I'm
I
talking
actually
about is
remember
basically
his
about
dad
Finn,
now. His
but
dad was like that asshole guy that was like in space and like
yeah, didn't he lie to him
yeah, he
about
lied to him
stuff?
about
Like,
stuff
he
and like
abandoned him or
he
something.
was like and then Finn like had daddy issues and he was like um whatever. I don't and like he lost his arm like
Yeah.
because of his dad, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so, yeah. What would you say is the main thing that Finn learned or changed during the show? Like, not just growing up, but what do you think he learned, and what do you think changed him? Like, not what changed him, but like, how do you think he changed specifically as the show progressed, without saying, "Oh, he just matured or he
Well,
grew
he
up."
got a lot darker because in the beginning of the show he was so like
Happy.
happy and like sweet kind of and stuff, but then like
Yeah.
towards the end of the show he was like so much more jaded and like dark and like kind of like more mean. I wouldn't say mean, but like just he was just a lot more like like he's been through like so much of this crap, like he's a lot less optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah, do you because like in the beginning it does seem like he's kind of for that like puppy love kind of thing with like Princess Bubblegum, and I don't know what you mean by like frame princess. Do you think he stopped kind of looking for that at some point? Because I think he ends the show
Oh,
single.
and in the in like Distant Lands, he is like single, but then honestly like he's still looking for that from Jake, but like Jake just wants to be like and he still like wants to like go on adventures with Jake, but Jake just wants to be like
A dad.
not that he wants to be like he just wants to like be like Nirvana. Like he just wants to be like in like the afterlife and like
He wants to die.
yeah. Oh god, guys, like major
Oh
spoiler
my.
warnings. We need to put that at the beginning. If
All right, major
anyone hasn't
spoiler
seen like
warnings.
any of these things, but like yeah, Jake just wants to like be in the afterlife and he wants to like he like reaches like his like highest form of like peace, but like Finn
Oh yeah.
wants to like pull him out and like be best friends again and like do like all that best friend shit.
So, what would you say? You would say that he's trying to become, trying to go back to like season one times,
I
basically,
guess not
right?
necessarily,
That kind
but
of
I'd
thing.
say he still is like kind of more immature in a way. I guess he
Yeah.
still is still like looking
Hmm.
for that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. A weird question. I just want to ask, because I don't remember, but you know what an inciting incident
Yeah.
is, right? It's basically just what starts the entire plot of the basically the entire like movie or something, but I'm talking about the show in general. A lot of the beginning of the show was just like them like being kind of silly. There wasn't too much continuity, but later on, it got more like you'd have to watch the episodes beforehand. I'm just wondering, like, what would you say is the like inciting incident or the plot point that kind of changed everything about the
Uh,
show and people were
that's
like,
a
whoa,
it's a
what's
difficult
happening?
question, but
It would have to be that snitch guy, right? The skeleton, wasn't he like the big thing,
oh,
or was there
well,
something before
could
that?
be. I know what you're talking about, and that was a big deal, I guess. I'm trying to look back on like the first episode that was like, this is the episode that you can't miss before you watch all these episodes. And like that might be the first like big like arc in the show. But I don't
Mm.
know, honestly.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out, and then maybe I'll talk about it some other time. I think I need to just watch the entire show. I've watched, all of certain other shows, and it doesn't take as long as it used to. So maybe after I finish Walking Dead and Psych, I'll do it because I haven't even started Psych yet, but I'm
Yeah,
planning to. All
it's a
right,
really hard show to get through,
good show.
like Adventure Time is, because it's so long.
It is like it's almost 300 episodes or
Yeah,
something.
it's so long, but it is really good.
Okay, I'll finish it. All right, I'm thinking we go on to
Ooh,
regular
that's a
show.
good one.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what killed me when I was a kid, like what I thought was so funny was like that British car from
What?
Regular Show that was like Govna.
Hello,
Yeah, that
governor.
killed me. I even drew fan art of that fucking British car.
Oh my gosh, bruh. That's
Yeah.
funny. Hello, governor. Oh my gosh. I really liked regular show in that episode. That was funny. Like when he just because it was funny. I thought it was funnier that like Rigby was the one that picked the movie. He was like, yeah, it's gonna be so dumb. And then he was scared of it. And then like Mordecai was like, bruh, I told you not to get the movie.
Yeah, that's a
Oh
good
my
show.
gosh. I just like their relationship. It reminds me of my relationships with some friends, It's kind of actually, to be honest, no. I think I think me and Rigby, I don't think I have anything common because I would probably be the Rigby. I would never be the okay, maybe I would be the Mordecai.
Okay,
Margaret.
honestly, like that
I'm joking.
show, it's one of those shows that gets better with age because like when
Margaret.
you watch it as a kid, you're like, what the fuck is this? But then when you watch it when you get older, it feels more like real life than it did when you were a kid.
Yeah, it feels like because they're actually teenagers.
They feel more like college kids than they do like teenagers or like that age group.
Yeah, like young adults. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I uh I definitely like that aspect. I don't know. Benson's really funny. I like him. You're fired. He always says that, but he never fires them. That should have been an episode where they were fired for like a whole day.
True. That would have been a good episode. I can't believe they didn't do that.
Oh my gosh. I know. And then oh my gosh. Yeah, I liked there's just so much stuff that happened in the show. Who's your favorite character?
I don't know who my favorite is. I just feel like they all bounce off of each other well. But okay. One honestly, uh something a little bit of a funny story about that show, I guess. One time I was like feeling sad about myself, I guess, and I was like, I I look like Muscle Man?
No, Art, you don't look like Muscle Man. You're literally a blob
True.
monster. Like Muscle
But
Man
that was
looks.
before the accident, you know?
Oh yeah, before the accident. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I I just like all the characters too. My
Yeah,
mom.
they're all very,
That
like,
was
quotable, which is fun.
yeah, very quotable. You're fired. You're my mom. Anything that uh what's his name? What's his name? Mordecai
What's
says.
that, like what's that creepy,
Margaret.
like, jolly little old dude's name? You know who I'm talking about?
Pops?
Oh, Pops, that's his name. Ooh,
But he's not
well,
tiny. You mean the
wait, let
dad
me
of
figure out
Pops?
who I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's like the boss of Benson,
Am I talking about
right? Like
I Okay.
what's his
I don't know
name?
if I'm
I'm trying to
talking
remember
about
too.
Pops or not because I have like this picture in my head of someone who has the attitude of Pops, but he's like more tiny.
More tiny. I don't know, Rigby? Like, I don't think that's
No.
him. Uh Eileen?
I don't know who
I don't
I'm
know.
talking about, but
Like there's
maybe it was Pops and
you
maybe
don't
Pops was just tinier in my head. Um,
He's literally one of the
I don't know. I
tallest
see him as
characters.
like
He's as tall as
small and
Mordecai.
little. But anyway, yeah, Pops is creepy and disturbing. Oh,
What's
he's so
creepy about
weird. Like,
him?
look at his face. Ugh.
Okay, Art, I don't think you should be
Oh,
saying
ew,
that.
look at
That's
his
so
face.
mean.
Ew.
Bruh, what did
Oh,
he
it's
do to you?
something.
He's so nice to everyone and he's
Ew,
so
look at his
happy.
face.
Bruh, I can't be asked. No, I like Pops. I like
Oh,
Margaret.
that's gross.
I don't know. Margaret was never good for Mordecai. I really liked him and CJ. Do you remember that? Him
Yeah.
and CJ? Yeah, CJ was really cool. I liked her. Um I liked Eileen.
But I kind of liked Margaret.
Eileen was so Eileen
I
was
kind of
so
liked Margaret,
what?
though.
I don't know. I mean, she's cool, but she's just I don't know. She's just I don't want to be mean, but like a blank piece of
I
paper.
I just thought she was cool, I
I just gotta
guess.
say, her dad is so cool though. Literally jumping out of a plane into the
I kind of liked
pool.
Margaret because I just thought she was cool, but at the same time, I don't like how she just looks like exactly like
It's just a
Yeah.
recolor. It's kind of like The Simpsons with the Millhouses.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's funny that it's just a recolor. I think their hair might be slightly different, not color wise, but like look wise. But I can't remember. Um, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Um, I liked what did I like? I liked Eileen though a lot. I feel like Eileen and Rigby were perfect for each other in that show. They were so amazing. Oh my gosh. I can't stop thinking about that. What's your favorite
I said
episode?
it's my favorite episode was the British car.
Oh yeah, British car. I would say my favorite episode. I mean, always I think about just random ones like the milk one, where Pops had to drink a gallon of milk in
Ew.
an hour. He couldn't. I liked the episode where like the Dungeons and Dragons thing
That
because
one
I
was
thought that
cool.
was kind of cool, making fun of them basically. And I think there's even a meme about like they all look exactly the same. but I don't remember what that one was. And then yeah, overall a great show,
Yeah.
I gotta say. Now, The Amazing World of
Ooh.
Gumball, bro. I can't be asked. Amazing show.
That was a good
Oh my
show.
gosh. The Amazing
It
World of
honestly,
Gumball.
I liked it as a kid, but I didn't remember it being as good as it actually is because
Mm.
it's actually like has very good writing.
No, yeah, I really like the writing in that show. I like the look of it. It's different than the other shows we've talked about so far because it's like mixed
Yeah,
media kind of thing.
that kind of annoyed me when
Um,
I was a kid because I didn't really get it, but now I appreciate it a lot more.
yeah, you'll appreciate it when you just take a bunch of you know, cannabis and just go, "Oh yeah, whoa." I think that's any show though. It's any show. But no, I think I think The Amazing World of Gumball is really funny. But I think the um I think the characters are basic in some sense. They're not like strong characters
Ooh,
in that way,
I
but I
like
don't
the
think that's the
characters a
strength of the show. I
lot.
think it's I do too, but they're definitely not characters we haven't seen before in these
What do
family like
you
shows. We've always
mean?
seen that guy that does we always see that kind of guy that does the um every job.
Okay,
We
I'll
always
say
see that
the dad is
teacher
very
nobody
basic
likes.
because he's
Yeah, oh yeah,
okay, because
he's our father.
he's like the
He's
dumb
an
father.
idiot.
He's just like Homer.
He's just like
Okay,
Timmy Turner's
he's
dad.
actually
He's just
cute.
like what's up?
And
He's cute.
you know,
I like
he's
that.
not
Okay,
because
yeah,
the
I
other
agree on that
dads kind of suck, but he's actually like sweet and like
one. The controlling mother,
okay,
the
but Nicole's
smart
not a controlling
know-it-all
mother. She's like a
sister.
badass.
It, that oh
What are the
wow.
badass
She's
moms? Like
scary.
they're always portrayed as like, you know.
Um oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Like Marge isn't really that way. I wouldn't consider that. I would say
Also, Gumball
I
is
would say
kind of like a
Gumball is
satire of that stuff in a way. No,
Gumball
the
Watterson
show, the
himself or the
show.
show? Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely a satire and it's definitely a parody. It's definitely a critique and deconstruction. But I still think the characters is not where the strength comes from in my opinion. In that sense, I think it's the nuance they bring to it when they can't deconstruct it, and when they just do something really silly and the humor itself. Like, let's be honest here. Like, it's. I mean, the show is basically implying that it's like this universe that's crumbling onto itself from like other parts of their universe. If you think about it, like the universe is very emotional and very like cracked. Like that's why all
Yeah,
those characters are
basically, yeah,
together.
which is
Like some
super
of them are
cool.
animated. Yeah, some of them are animated, some of them are literal like clay, some of them are like literal dinosaurs, and like, some of them are actual like I don't know if Miss Simeon is actually like an ape. I don't think so, but she is like she looks like she's not just a cartoon,
Yeah,
basically, if you know what I'm saying. One's a literal piece of paper, like,
and then
you
basically
know what I'm
at the
saying?
end, doesn't
It's
the world like end?
I guess so. I think they're gonna come out with a
And
movie,
like
hopefully.
that's crazy. That's crazy for a kids show.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, it is. It's definitely like it's one of the best TV shows on Cartoon Network ever, I would say. Definitely amazing. I love that show. It's I really like that. I like What's your favorite
in
character and
Gumball.
favorite episode?
Um,
Yeah.
hmm. That's a hard one, honestly. I You go first. You go first.
Okay. Favorite character. Yeah, I'd have to say
Honestly,
Darwin.
Darwin's also
I'd say
my favorite
Darwin.
character, but
Yeah, Darwin. Yeah, I think everyone loves Darwin. He's literally naked all the time.
and he's
Except when
so
he takes off his
cute.
shoes.
Yeah.
He takes off his shoes. Apparently, he's actually naked. Yeah, he's cute. I like the cuteness of the show. I think it's like kind of it contracts to its humor. I think it's a contrast. It's I feel like that show is more narcissistic. You know, like it's definitely uplifting, but it's like narcissistic when it looks towards its humor.
What do you
I'd
mean
say
by that?
it feels like British humor. I think it actually is a British show technically. Like there are people that are British that work on
Interesting.
it. Bruh. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I like a lot about that show. And I like my favorite episode, probably the Dodger Dare episode. That was really cool. I liked seeing the entire board and seeing every single like
Mhm.
card. That was really cool. I like that. I like the episode where like I guess like what's her name? I guess Nicole was thinking about like what would happen if I didn't meet Richard, but then she was like, you know, it would have been less satisfying. It would have been really nice to, you know, live my life, the rest of my life with this guy. You know, we had some hard times, but you know, we came together. That was really cool. Um, I really liked all that. I thought it was really cool that they amped up that one guy, Rob or Bob. Don't get mad, Rob or Bob. But you know that guy, right? That guy that ended up like being the villain that looked like a like a static screen on a TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember that
That guy
episode where
was
they
cool.
they had to keep returning the movie or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, that was funny. Alligators on a train. That was awesome. I like that one. Okay. I don't think we're gonna talk too much about these two shows, so we're just gonna do them in order if that's fine. Like just do these two. Like I was doing it in order of like of like release, but we could talk about these two, the second to last two in a row. So we're gonna talk about Uncle Grandpa and Wee Bear Bears.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I probably won't have
Like in
much
that
to say
order.
about them.
Okay, and all right, Uncle Grandpa, what's up?
Mm, that show, I just watched it when I could catch it, and it always kind of creeped me out because I didn't understand how somebody could be your uncle and your grandpa.
I think it has to do with illegal stuff. We're not gonna say that word, but all I'm gonna say is Alabama. But you know, I really like that show. I love Pizza Steve. I love that guy. I thought the show is really cringe, but I kind of liked the humor. A joke that always comes up when I think about the show is I think they were on a stairwell, like it was like a what was it? It's like an escalator, right? Yeah, an escalator. And it was like they were supposed to be going down the escalator, but then it stops, and then it was basically like they were trapped up there, but you know it's an escalator, so they can just walk down the stairs. And then like what's his name? I guess Mr. Gus had to be like, "Yo, bros, you can just like walk down." That was basically the entire show. Like they're just really silly, all of them, even a giant
Okay,
realistic
that's
flying
the one thing
tiger.
I really
And
liked
then
about the show was the
Mr.
flying
Gus was just
tiger.
like the flying tiger. He was so weird, bruh. This show felt like something I would
It
see in the
felt like an
90s or
acid
something.
trip.
Or maybe even like it was definitely an acid trip. That would definitely be a good show to do
Whoa,
drugs while
John.
watching. That would be a good show. What? Don't take drugs, kids. But you know what I mean. Right, Art? Like, come on, bro. It would be so cool. And it was awesome about the, all the things that Uncle Grandpa helped with, I actually don't remember too much about what he did to help, but
Oh, I
he
also
was a
liked his
he was a funny
voice.
guy.
He had that quirky
Good morning.
voice.
I don't know. It was just kind of like, sorry, Mr. Gus, but I got to
It was a
ride
g-
giant
your
realistic flying
uncle
tiger.
and your grandpa.
Yeah, that I don't know. I did like that a little bit actually. I like the show a lot. I like that one okay. I'm gonna go to We Bare Bears in a second, but I really like that episode where I think they got like a special guest, like not like someone famous, but they got like an actual like fan of the show to draw a like they had him draw like the entire show basically. That was really cool. Like just draw like concepts or something, and they would be animated. Just some random guy. It ended up being this guy that like had black hair and looked like he was from rock and roll or whatever. That was really cool. That was awesome. I'll send it to you later, Art.
All right.
That was a really cool episode. That was awesome. Can't believe the show ended. All right. Let me think. Okay, We Bare Bears. I thought that show is really cool. Ice Bear thinks that show was cool too. I really liked that show. It was awesome. I liked how I really liked how what's his name? Jason Lee was on the show as like some weird like abominable creature, like a not a kaiju, but like a just a weird monster. And then like I think Panda had to paint him actually at one point. That was awesome. Do you know who Jason
I
Jason Lee is?
think I might.
Alvin! He's the guy that did like Dave
Oh, okay,
from
yeah.
Alvin
Yeah.
and the Chipmunks in the movies. He has a very distinct voice. I love him so much. He's such a interesting like voice to have, and he's just awesome in that show. I like the little Asian girl that they make friends with for some reason.
I
The
I
little
did like We
Asian
Bare Bears. It was like I
that
liked
show
the
was what's
aesthetic
up?
of it.
It's kind of like Uncle Grandpa in a sense. What I mean by that is it was like these group of characters that came across just
Yeah.
humans that
Yeah,
needed
I
help.
liked it. It
Isn't that
it had
basically
like
what the
the
show is?
opposite aesthetic of Uncle Grandpa, where it had like a very calm like vibe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was definitely more calm. Like Uncle Grandpa was literally on speed. This one was definitely more like on like,
It was
oh,
like
we're chill, man.
smoking a
Yeah, that was really
joint,
cool.
and then Uncle
Whoa,
Grandpa was
whoa,
like
whoa!
doing a bunch of coke.
Oh yeah, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
But we're not sponsored yet. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Something about that Asian girl is really funny. Like I just thought that it was cool that they just met a random girl and that she became friends with three bears. That was really cool. I thought it was weird. I don't know if you thought this was weird, but I really didn't think I thought it was weird that because it always seemed like Panda was trying to get into a relationship with a human
I
female,
got that
and I'm
vibe
like,
too, kind
what's
of.
that all about?
Also, doesn't We Bare Bears always remind you of that one store in the mall? You know what I'm talking about?
That one store where you get to ride like
No. Okay, you know that
like
store
an
in the mall
animal?
that's like it has like miscellaneous things, like there's like stuffed animals and also like toothbrush holders and also like you know what I'm talking
Oh, I
about?
think so. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
it's
think
all
so.
like
It's like
chill, like
it would be kind of
pastel
like,
kind of
yeah.
vibes.
Oh yeah. I get you. Yeah, that I can see that. I definitely reminds me of like stuffed animals I would see in like an
Yeah.
anime store though, to be honest. That's why I think they picked an Asian girl, to be honest. I don't know why. I just feel like that's why they picked it. Just because of that. Because they needed someone that was Asian that was one of the main characters, I feel like, if they were going for that aesthetic. But and they just had a lot of diversity in that show, it seemed. I mean, literal characters that are bears. Oh yeah, who's your favorite bear? And then
I
we'll
think
move
I
on.
liked Polar Bear.
I feel like Panda was.
Yeah.
Oh, you liked Ice Bear? I liked Ice Bear too, but I don't want to be mean. I feel like I'm more like Grizz, and you're kind of like Panda. Oh, Panda was so cool. I don't want to be mean. I mean, I kind of am like Panda sometimes. I gotta say,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so
anyone's
either, but
like
I
Ice
liked
Bear.
Ice Bear. Actually,
He's a
you know
special
who's
breed.
kind of like Ice Bear is my brother.
Oh
What do you
yeah,
think?
I can see that. Yeah, no, I can see it. Um, okay. So let's talk about these two shows in a row. Let's start with Steven
Ooh,
Universe, and then
I'm
we'll talk
excited
about the
for
sequel
Steven
show.
Universe.
What did you think about Steven Universe?
Huh?
What did you think about it?
I really
What did you
liked
think about
Steven
Steven
Universe. When
Universe?
it first came out, I didn't watch it because I thought it was gonna be cringe because the fan base. But then when I finally watched it, I really liked it. Like I love it.
Yeah, I liked the show a lot. I watched it twice. Once just by myself. It was on 2019 around November. I remember watching it like a week before we went back to school, and then I watched it with my mom, and that took a few months. That was really cool. She really liked the show. I remember she had some funny things to say, like she really liked Pearl because she was kind of like the mom of the show. She always called Garnet big hips. I thought
Whoa.
that was really funny. Big hips. Yeah, she called her that. I thought that was funny. And I don't know, I just really liked the show. I liked just all the little storylines. I really like Peridot. That's my favorite character. I
Okay,
think
so
I
who's
relate
your
to her
favorite
a lot.
gem, and then who's your favorite human?
Oh, definitely Peridot. Peridot. Definitely Peridot. I think
Okay,
Steven
my
would definitely be
favorite
my favorite
gem
human
is
though.
probably
I
okay. My
think he's
two
technically
favorite
a
gems
human.
are probably Pearl and Peridot, probably tied. And then my favorite humans are probably tied. Sour Cream and Steven. I love sour cream.
Love sour cream. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like sour
Onion's
cream, but I love
cool.
Onion though. How he doesn't talk. How he doesn't
I
talk.
I
It's
also
so
like onion, but like
scary.
I love sour cream.
I
Like,
like
pretty sure he's
yeah. Oh,
who
who's
is
your
my
favorite
favorite
fusion?
fusion? That's a great question. Um, I don't know.
I'm thinking of one of my favorite fusions right wait, Peridot was
Uh,
never able to
I
fuse, was
don't
she?
think so.
I don't think so. She was never able to fuse. Yeah, she was never able to fuse, which would have been really cool. I liked okay, one of my I might be controversial, but I really like the one fusion that happens more in the other show, but the Pearl and
Ooh,
Steven is really
yeah,
cool. They're
yeah,
like a
that was
Mary Poppins
cool.
type. I really like that.
Oh yeah, and
I
then
love
remember
that. It's
Stevani?
so cool.
Okay,
Oh, Stefani. Yeah.
I honestly
Wait, who's
liked
Stefani? I haven't
Stevani
watched the
because
show
like
in a long time. Who's
she was
Stefani?
like badass, like, you know.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but okay,
Yeah, that I think I remember
A
that.
lot of the gem fusions we didn't get to know very much, but I mean, um,
Wasn't just all of them like obsidian? Just if all four mixed together. I forgot what they're called, but I think that was what it was
although
called.
honestly,
All of them mixed.
favorite fusion, looking me in the face, Garnet.
Oh yeah, Garnet. Yeah,
I'd
Garnet's
say
technically
Garnet is
fusion.
my
Yeah.
favorite fusion.
Technically, they are. Yeah, I noticed that almost every. I think every gem is girl.
All
I just,
the
I don't know
gems
why.
like
I just
go
realized
by she, her, but I think they're all like technically like genderless.
that. Yeah, like they them's, but I find it that they're they do present themselves
Yeah,
more or
but
less female, I would say.
the rubies
But
like they all look more like masculine, I think.
oh yeah, 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 but definitely still, I really did not like
Jasper?
Jasmine. Wait,
Oh
was it
yeah,
Jasmine?
well she's basically
Jasper. I
like
did
a
not like Jasper.
rapist.
I don't know why I said Jasmine.
Because Jasper,
Whoa,
like,
whoa,
she
whoa!
holds
What?
Lapis under the sea for however long, and she's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
didn't
and
she?
like
Yeah, didn't she
fusion
do that for
is
a long
kind of
time?
like a metaphor for sex, and she forces her to fuse with her.
That was messed up. Yeah, I did not like. Well, she
And
always
she's
just
like,
seems so
and then she says
aggressive for
that line
no
that's like,
reason.
just say yes.
Yo, that's actually kind of sus. Yeah, I like I liked Lapis. I thought she was very strong. I really just thought
Yeah,
Jasper was
Jasper is
crazy, but
crazy.
she was insane. I couldn't like I don't like those characters in my opinion, or I just hate them in that sense. Like even in something like Walking Dead, I can like Negan, even though he killed two people brutally on screen that we loved. Like I can like, Negan, but I can't like
Prob-
her for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's just because like they don't
they
save anyone
try to
really, and I don't know. It's just weird.
like, okay, because Steven Universe's thing is like they just like try to like because it's from Steven's perspective mostly, right? Like they just like try to make everyone better, you know?
Yeah, even they I didn't even think they knew how like the writers even knew how they could try to make
Yeah, but they
Peridot better,
did.
but
But
they
then
did.
they try to
And
make
Peridot
Jasper
like one of
better
the
in
best characters.
future, but like they do not succeed.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Don't do that. Um I thought that was a little silly too. I don't remember too much about future, but I'll get into that. Okay, one thing I like about the show. Because I want to get into so many things, but the main thing I like about the show is the fact that it's so serious and sad sometimes, and I love those scenes. It reminds me of BoJack Horseman or something like that, and I just can't get that feeling ever from a lot of shows. That show literally like was so just like it made me like jaw struck, like when I saw some of the scenes, I was like, what? That's actually scary
Yeah, some of
slash
the scenes were
insane.
crazy, but like
I love that. I like that one scene where like White Diamond was doing that thing where she was controlling everyone like
okay,
a puppet. That was
this is
really
gonna be a
cool.
weird opinion,
I
but like
liked all
if
that.
we're ever gonna talk about like cartoon crushes, why was Blue Diamond kind of like I don't know. I don't know.
Why,
Blue
bruh?
Diamond,
Why? Why
like
Blue Diamond?
I don't know. Thoughts? Like thoughts on that?
She's blue, but I can see it. I don't. I'm not gonna
I
ever
liked
want
her.
a
I liked her
diamond.
little song and
Okay, okay,
like
fine. If I were to
I liked her
whoa,
voice.
whoa, okay. if I were to say I wanted to, um, okay, I would say
Ooh, that's a good choice though. Like
Amethyst.
Amethyst, I liked her.
She was, she was, yeah, I liked her personality. She was, you know, a character, and yeah, I liked all that. Hmm.
You
Not a
don't even
Pearl
like Pearl's
person.
character? I love Pearl. Pearl is so
Oh, I
sweet
love
and like
Pearl's
cute,
character,
and like I
but
relate
not
to
in the
her
way you were
kind of.
talking about. I would see her as a friend.
Very
She's very
friendly.
friendly, but I
That's
wouldn't.
probably because I
Rose. Oh
think
wait, wait.
I think Pearl's like a
Rose was
lesbian.
Rose was pretty.
Well, I mean, all the diamond or
Oh
all the
yeah,
diamonds, all the
Rose was pretty.
gems are lesbians actually, but like except Rose.
Yeah, I thought Rose was very pretty. But yeah, just those two mainly. Um, yeah. Okay. I guess one last thing though. I really want to make Lars Ube roll. I think Binging with Babish
Oh,
made
I
something
forgot to
like
talk
that, so
about
I'm gonna try to
Lars.
do that someday. Maybe Art, you can make it with
I
me at
don't
one
know.
point.
I love Lars.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
Lars. What
how
do you want
like
to say
in the
about
beginning I
Lars?
did not like him at all. He was such an annoying guy, but then by the end and by future too, I loved him so much and like I would totally like be down for a Lars in the Stars like spin-off.
Whoa.
Lars as like a space like, like
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, hold on. What'd you think of what'd you think about that French fry guy? Not like the dad, but like the guy that was kind of like
oh
a
yeah, yeah,
literal
I
weeb.
remember him. The Fry Bits kid.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The guy that was like
Yeah,
not the
yeah, yeah,
skinny
the
guy,
chubby Fry
not
Bits
the skinny
kid.
guy, but like the bigger guy that was really weird. Yeah, what did you think of him? I thought he was the perfect representation of any like someone like, that's a Discord mod or a
I could see
brony.
that. I kind
Just
of liked
something
him.
like that.
Okay,
I
the
liked him
one
though. He
thing
was funny.
though,
I
I
liked his voice too.
really wish
I'll
Lars
probably
and Sadie
what's
got
up?
together, and they didn't. That broke my heart.
Yeah, well, I can see why they didn't in some senses, but it was cool. I liked the show. Um, Steam Universe Future though. I liked it a lot. I thought it was very stressful. I felt really sad during that show. It was definitely a therapy session in some senses. It was basically just like a reflection on everything that Steven has been through, and that was really scary on some fronts.
Yeah,
That was insane. I thought I thought it was
yeah,
just
I
the whole
agree.
show is just
Future was
crazy.
a therapy session
I
when
just
I feel like I was kind of going through some shit that Steven was going through. Like when he turned into like the Steven monster, I felt like that. Like I was crying when he turned into that Steven monster. I was like, oh my god.
yeah. I don't remember too much about like how I was what I was doing during that, but I just remember that it was just like really
Yeah.
like sad, you know? Just that whole thing. Cuz I was like, "Oh my gosh, just he's just like so sad and like crushed. Like it's actually and like paranoid. It's really messed up. There's some parts where it feels like he's getting gaslit. Not even on purpose. It's just like just how it is. I mean, in some ways I guess it is on purpose. That one gem that was supposed to be good but then ended up being
Yeah,
like
I
Blackbird
vaguely
or
remember,
Bluebird or
yeah.
something. That was really weird. Yeah, Connie like
I
literally
love
rejecting him,
Connie
bruh.
though.
Insane. I like Connie too. I did think I mean I
That was
understand why she said no
crazy.
to
I love
marrying,
Steven
but
though, and I love
you
Connie.
know. Yeah. I was gonna say too, the songs and all the
The songs
shows
were great.
and the movie. They're great. I love the songs in the movies though. The movie songs are really great. I liked the I'd rather be here with you
You know
song
what song I
that
love
Steven
is that song
sang at
that's
Connie. That was really cool.
like you know like the "Come Live with Us in the Palace" like Diamond song from the movie.
Yeah, that's cool.
That song's one of
I
my
like that one.
favorites
It's
because
not
like
one of my
my
favorites
brother
though.
used to always
I would
sing
have
that
to
song
say
to me when I
from
was
that show
sad.
is yeah, that's nice. Yeah. I like I like that one, but I really like the one that's like here we are in the future. That one's really cool. I like that one. That one's really just exciting, happy,
Mhm.
stuff like that. I really like energetic songs. So, yeah, I like that movie. Um anything else you want to say
I
about
think
the
that's
show?
good.
Oh, okay. Um okay. So we're going to talk about series that both of us didn't really watch each of them. Like I didn't really watch a lot of art like, Scooby Doo. I didn't watch a lot of that, and then he didn't really watch a lot of Ben 10. So I'm going to talk about that. So you can start with Scooby Doo and just talk about like your favorite series, your favorite characters, your
Okay,
favorite
I'll
like
talk
plot
about
twists,
Scooby
just
Doo
whatever you
Mystery
want to talk about with Scooby Doo.
Incorporated, and you can add anything you want if you like find something to add, John. Um, huh?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, what's up?
Okay.
I just said what's up
But yeah, Scooby Doo Mystery
with the
Incorporated, that was a good show, and I think I really liked it because kind it added like a more like adult flair to like some of the older Scooby Doos, but without being cringe, I guess. Like it wasn't like gritty Scooby Doo, but it was at the same time, I guess. And I also I really liked the art style of it. I thought that was really cool. And it also just like added a lot of new like ideas to Scooby Doo, like some backstory for the characters that I really liked. I grew up on Scooby Doo like as a kid, like when me and my brother were little kids, like that was all we would watch. So like
yeah, so I'm guessing
no,
one of your favorite shows is
I haven't been watching it. Have you been watching it?
Dumb.
Yeah, I haven't been watching it, but yeah, Scooby Doo
No.
Mystery Inc. I really liked
You can
it
come
because like
over and
it
we'll
just
watch it.
added new things to like old Scooby Doo, and
Yeah.
and it was more of a ongoing show. Like you had to watch the old episodes to see the new
Yeah.
episodes, I guess. We also got to see each
That's
member of the
cool. Yeah.
gang's parents.
I like that.
So Fred's
Oh, that's
okay, so I'll
awesome.
give you a little
Was it what you
idea.
expected?
Fred's parent was the mayor. Um and then Daphne's parents were super rich. That's
Okay.
probably what you expected. I don't know if you'll expect this, but to me it makes sense. Shaggy's parents were also super rich. Um
That one movie, Big Hero 6, where
yeah,
like
he's
that
like that.
like guy is literally rich.
And then Velma's parents
Yeah.
are like
And then
middle
what about
class, and then they have like kind of a mystery shack kind of situation. It's more
Oh,
like
like
a
conspiracy theorists?
tourist, like yeah, it's like that. But like
Oh, so like
Velma's
Gravity
like a
Falls.
total like she hates it because you know
Oh.
how she's just like a total like disbeliever and like scientist kind of girl. So
Yeah,
Yeah. It's really
that's
cool,
cool.
and, like, it
I
explores,
like
like,
all that.
their love interests and, like, their high school and, like, the town and, like, deeper mysteries. Also, Scooby is an alien in it, and that's why he could talk. I really
Oh
liked
my,
it, and
okay,
that was
that's a little
part of a
silly.
whole,
I
like,
can't.
bigger
I
mystery
can't
in
with
it,
that one.
like, conspiracy. Um,
I don't know. That's a little goofy. I don't like the fact that
it
Scooby can't
also
just be a
had, like, a
talking
lot of
dog.
other
He has to
character
be an alien. That's a
cameos,
little weird.
like the Hex Girls, Vincent Van Gogh,
Oh, that's cool.
and it had HP Hatecraft.
Oh, H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, but in Scooby Doo, he's HP Hatecraft.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, all right.
That
Yeah.
was one
Oh,
of my
I love
favorites.
that. Yeah, it was definitely inspired by that in some sense, because like the cosmic core kind of thing. Um, yeah, I can see that. Who's your favorite character? Who's your favorite like Scooby Doo character?
Okay,
I don't
my
really have
all-time
one.
favorite member of the gang is Shaggy, and
Hmm.
as a kid, I've always really related to Shaggy, but um as I've gotten older, I've related more to Fred. So,
Why Vanilla Fred?
okay, I wouldn't say Fred is more vanilla because I'd say he's actually more strange because okay, I think he's more into mysteries than the rest of them. The way he's like always leading them into things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Plus, he's like so super weird if you like look at compilation videos of him. Like he okay, like one time Scooby was randomly crying and he was like, "It's my fault, isn't it?" But it had nothing to do with him.
It's goofy.
And he's just goofy. He okay, one time another character in the gang was going to be the leader
Yeah.
instead of him. So he decided he was going to be a cheerleader.
What?
Um and
Oh yeah,
also
with that ascot.
oh, okay, also he has the obsession with his ascot and he'll never take it off. When he thought he might like Daphne, like have a crush on her, he had like a mental breakdown and he was like, "I like Daphne?"
I thought they were already
No.
dating.
They weren't.
Oh, in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
And
usually dating,
then
right?
he has an obsession with the mystery machine and he thinks it's like his baby. Um
Oh yeah, that's in everything, I think.
he
Or
has an
he's
obsession with
usually there.
traps.
With traps. Oh my gosh. What does he have obsessions with next? Feet?
Traps like, you know, he wants to trap things. And he's just like a crazy guy. Everyone thinks he's just like a normal dude, but he's actually not really.
He's
Um
just crazy.
and he's also been voiced by the same guy since like the beginning of the show, like
Oh
1969.
yeah. Yeah, apparently that guy actually did the voice of the gorilla from SpongeBob, where they were like remember the gorilla underwater thing from I Had an Accident? Where
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, well, that's very funny." That was him.
That's crazy. He's a crazy guy. He's voiced a lot of characters. He's also voiced Scooby.
That's crazy. Yeah, he's great. He's great. Um, I like that voice. Um, okay. Is there anything else? I'm gonna go to Ben 10 if that's
You
it.
can go to Ben 10 now if you want.
Ben 10's amazing, bro. You gotta watch the show. Or I'll watch the entire show with you.
Ooh,
Like, I don't
I
want
don't
to be
know.
mean. Like, I don't want to be mean. Like, Scooby Doo sounds fun. I can do the incorporated with you, but I cannot watch multiple versions of the show. Because
I
even though there's multiple
love
versions,
Scooby
Ben
Doo.
10, there's not that many versions. There's only like four. But I'll just talk about the main three. And I mainly have a lot to say about like two of them, but mainly the first one. I might even just talk about the first one. First one's so good. You know what the main premise is, right?
Yeah.
some kid finds an Omnitrix and he can turn into any alien. It's
Yeah.
just such a cool show because it's like he can turn into any alien. And like I wanted Omnitrix when I was a kid. It was just really cool. Like he turned into like Accelerate, and I was like, bruh, I want to run that fast. He would turn into like that weird like tiny thing that can go anywhere. I wasn't really too interested in that one actually. The main one was Accelerate because I was like, that one's the more like OP one. I guess there was one where I think they can turn into like anything in some sense. It was like black and it had like green stuff on it. But that one was kind of confusing. To be honest, like they weren't that powerful. But I liked the Omnitrix idea. I liked the Omnitrix look itself. I liked that he was a kid. I liked how it was summer, and at one point he actually had to go back to school. That was kind of cool. And I just really like that show. Alien Force is really good. I don't know. I mean, definitely cooler aliens. Like I was just saying, like there's some aliens where I'm like, they're like really strong. Like the main two I can think of is Accelerate, and that I guess also Echo is really strong because multiple can be made of him. Spider Monkey is pretty cool. I really liked him, but I really like that one that like can turn into like a big giant like six 6-story tall creature. It wasn't even 6 feet stories tall. It was like a kaiju, bruh. And it was so tall, and it was like it could crush anything. That was really cool. I just like all those like cool creatures.
Yeah.
I remember there was just a lot of like creatures I can't remember like that were more powerful, but I liked all that. I liked how he had a girlfriend. That was really cool because I was like, Ben was kind of like weird, so I was like, you know, how's that gonna work out when you're a kid, when you're older? I liked how the not sister, it was like the cousin, I think. Like the cousin was didn't like it, like wasn't nice to him, but liked him overall. It's kind of like a cute like sibling kind of relationship kind of thing. I like that a lot. I just liked the show a lot because it was just funny, to be honest, and just really epic. It was like my first like show I was invested in,
Mm.
like a series kind of thing. It was really cool, and I just loved the look of it, and you know, the characters grow too. I thought it was kind of interesting how I guess Kevin dated Gwen. That was weird. Yeah, I that show is amazing. Oh my god, I can't be asked. Um, but yeah, I liked that show a lot. Do you
Nice.
have any
I
questions about Ben 10
Sounds
or
cool.
anything
I
you
do
want to say?
remember thinking the premise was cool, but for some reason when I was a kid, I thought it was like for little kids. That's why I didn't watch it.
No, it's not for little kids. We can watch it though.
All right, all right.
You can come over, come over and watch Scooby Doo Incorporated and then Ben 10. All right. Now, this is where the outro happens. I know you guys want us to stay. All right. Like, all these end in like an hour, but I think this might be our longest one, to be honest with you.
I know everyone's like encore, but we just can't go on.
I know. So, Art, you told me that you did not want to shout anything out. Is that correct?
Yeah, not today.
All right. Yeah. Just check out my socials. Check out the person that did the thumbnail socials. I don't think I was able to link it the last two times, like put links in, but I'll change that for the previous two and this one uh at some point. It'll just be a while because I think it was just asking for like verification, and I don't know, I just always keep forgetting to do it, so I'll just make sure to do it beforehand, get all that situated. But yeah, you have anything else to say, Art?
I don't think so.
All right. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and see us next week when we'll have some more fun, only on Cartoon Network, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
All right. See you later. Bye.